Over the years of my mixing sound, one of the greatest advancements has been the emergence of digital mixers. I'm a big fan of digital mixers because of the plethora of features they offer, especially at the price and the control that they offer over the mix. One of the great features of a digital mixer is the ability to remotely control the mixer from a tablet with no wires. So I find it super convenient to put the mixer right up on the edge of stage, and that way I don't have to run a big heavy snake cable all the way across the venue to my mixing board. And that way I can wander around the venue with my tablet and mix the band. And that way I can make sure that everybody in all the different sections of the audience is getting a decent sounding show. And if there's a problem up on stage with a monitor, for example, I can just walk right up to that monitor and make adjustments and hear the effect of the adjustment as I'm doing it in real time. And or be able to chat with the musician right up there while making those adjustments. And so that works out really well. So I'm a big fan of digital mixers and mixing my band remotely on a tablet. Now, in order to do that, we need to set up a small computer network between the mixer and the tablet, and that involves the use of a Wi-Fi access point. I've used a number of access points for this, and generally they all work pretty well. But I've also encountered situations where I'm downtown and there's a whole lot of Wi-Fi signals in the area, or maybe an outdoor show where I've got a very large area to cover, and I've had some Wi-Fi signal issues on occasion. And so to take care of those issues, I swapped out my Wi-Fi access point for a higher powered unit, which is this TP-Link outdoor Wi-Fi access point. And this has been a really good product for me. I've used it at a whole lot of shows. And with this Wi-Fi access point, I almost never have signal dropouts. It's an outdoor unit that's intended for the use in places such as campgrounds or trailer parks, where you need to cover a wide area with Wi-Fi signal, or a big area, I should say. It's directional, and so you can control where the signal goes to some extent. There's a really strong signal coming off the front of this unit, and not quite so strong off the sides and the back. So I can point the unit toward me in the audience and get a very long range, solid connection with Wi-Fi. The unit that I chose is a 5G unit. This is different from the 5G phone system. It's 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, totally different technology. But 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi is less populated generally than the 2.4 gigahertz band. And so if there's a lot of Wi-Fi signals in the area, well, chances are you'll have less signal interference with a 5G unit. It could be argued that the higher band, the 5 gigahertz band, doesn't penetrate barriers quite as well. So if you have to go through walls, it might not work quite as well as a 2.4G unit, but I haven't personally experienced any issue with those sorts of things. And of course, if you use a 5 gigahertz unit, your tablet has to support 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, but that's generally no issue these days either. So this has worked out really well for me. So if you are doing a wireless connection to your equipment on stage and you're having signal dropout issues, this access point has been a good solution for me. Nothing is perfect, of course, and you can always have some signal dropouts, but since switching to this TP-Link outdoor Wi-Fi access point, I've had much more reliable signals and a lot fewer hassles with my shows. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending the TP-Link brand or this particular model, but this unit has worked really well for me. And the outdoor Wi-Fi access points really aren't that expensive. So I think it's a great solution, and maybe something that you should consider as well. If you enjoyed the tip, I'd appreciate it if you take a moment to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And if you do choose to subscribe, I'd also recommend that you click that bell icon so that you're notified when new videos drop. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you again soon on another episode.